Hi, I'm Andi Kay. I'm here with Michelle Johnson, and we thought it would be fun to do a little video on health and fitness and being 50 and getting a little older and our metabolism. So
how to maximize our metabolism, like your ebook.
That's right, how to maximize your midlife metabolism. So I just want to ask you a couple questions and tell them a little bit about what you do, Michelle.
Okay, so I'm a transformation specialist, and I met Andi in my 20s. I was a single mom working for her ex-husband of all things, right?
That's right.
At OLS Trading, that was his former business, and I met David somehow, some way through other people. And Andi and I back then were not health and fitness professionals. I don't even know how healthy we were.
Right.
But we were young girls. And then ironically, in our 30s, we see that we're working in the same location. We're both fitness professionals. And it was around the same time. And as we've been talking, we actually did a Facebook Live and an Instagram Live on mine, Michelle_Wellness already.
Yes.
And on Michelle Johnson, my Facebook page, which is now tagged to Andi Kay's Facebook page. We're learning we have a lot in common.
Yes, we do.
We have interesting things in common, like the profession,
yes,
but even more so our age, which I didn't even realize we were exactly around the same age. When's your birthday?
December.
Okay, I'm February.
Yes.
February 25th.
Yeah,
and then,
2 months apart.
So you're going to turn 51 before me.
Yes, that's right.
I like that. Okay.
I don't blame you. I get it.
So, and we both are writing books or have written books, and,
right,
and we like to write. And that's an interesting combination with a fitness professional, and that's a winning combination because so many of our clients want to know so much information, and this is just the easiest way to give them the background to our methods.
Yes.
And so, yes, I'm writing a book. It's called, well, I don't want to say the name just yet, but it's going to be on my accelerator program, and it's all about fat loss. And Andi's book specifically is about maximizing your metabolism.
Yes, maximizing your midlife metabolism. Mine's an ebook that's on Amazon now.
Well, I'm definitely getting that book.
Thank you.
Because I'm midlife like you, and is this midlife 50s or was that 40s?
Well, that's a good question. It could be late 40s.
I mean, I'm going for 100.
Yeah, exactly.
Midlife.
Yeah,
The new midlife.
The new midlife. That's right. That's right.
So tell me about your book. I want to hear a little bit more about specifically what you recommend to people that are in the midlife arena. We'll just say anywhere from 35 even to 55. Mm-hmm. That's around midlife, ideally, I would say.
Right.
And what is it that you're trying to communicate? Who's your target audience, and what do you want them to know? My
target audience is people who are in that midlife. Anywhere, like you said, it can be 35 because sometimes we have resistance.
Is it like a housewife, or what is your experience? Like, what inspired you? I guess what I'm getting at is what inspired you to write this yourself?
Okay.
Or I'm guessing you had clients also really struggling.
I had so many people who were eating perfectly clean and working out. They were doing everything right. They were doing their cardio. They were doing their weights. They were doing their yoga. And no matter how clean they ate and how much we cycled certain foods, they literally could not lose weight. And they were frustrated, and I was frustrated for them. And it inspired me to start researching, why do people struggle in midlife and above to lose weight when they're doing everything right? And I found out a ton of information. I did a ton of research, and it inspired me to write this book. And there's 7 factors. There's 7 key hormones that really affect your metabolism. So it really addresses all of those factors, that the hormones that affect your midlife metabolism, and what you can do to regulate them. And
because let's say you go to the doctor and you get blood work done. That's actually a section of my book.
Yes.
But it's not really just focused on midlife. But it is important that you understand that what you do in your 40s and 50s shouldn't be what you did in your 20s. You have to change things up and respect where you're at. But this is where I have an interesting thought. Mm-hmm. So I count my calories every day. I'm 50 and I'm not losing weight.
Okay, so
because you believe in counting calories.
I believe,
and they say calories in should equal when you're exercising.
Right.
Why are you not losing weight?
So as we get to that midlife position and our hormones change and things are out of flux, it isn't just about that. It's just one factor. There's a lot of things that affect your midlife metabolism, like I said, the hormones. So even if you're having, and that's what happened with a lot of my clients, like they were just eating a certain amount of calories and you know, their calories in was less and they weren't losing weight.
You sure they weren't exercising 2 hours a day?
Well, I don't think any of my friends were exercising that much.
We know those people.
We do.
And that's counterproductive.
Yes.
We both want you guys to know that. That is
Absolutely.
counterproductive, that you really are doing yourself an injustice by over-exercising unless you're eating and can match that in calories on some level. And you're wasting muscle, and muscle helps you lose fat, and fat keeps you healthy.
Yeah.
But as far as regulating hormones, what do you suggest?
So, well, there's different ways to do that. First of all, having a high fiber diet is huge. Not only if you're trying to lose weight because
People
it fills you up.
don't get that.
Yes. But however,
Yeah.
it lowers your estrogen. And the higher estrogen, the more your body stores fat. So the higher you have, the more fiber you have in your diet every day, the lower your estrogen. So certain
eat
foods,
pizza, eat
not
cereal,
those carbs, not
eat
those carbs.
cupcakes.
Nope.
No?
So we're talking healthy carbs, we're talking vegetables, we're talking fruits. Not certain fruits are very sweet though, and really can affect that, like insulin levels, how much sugar certain things have. So even like pineapple, that can make your insulin levels go up, and that causes your body to hold on to fat and store fat. So I wouldn't even do something like that. I do like berries or a green apple, something that's low sugar, high fiber. That's huge. Water is huge. That really affects your metabolism. A lot of people are dehydrated, they don't even know it, and it will slow your metabolism. So drinking a lot of water will make a big difference.
So I did a food intolerance test, and I found out that I'm sensitive to wheat. Now, I just knocked out all gluten, even though it didn't say that, because of how I feel.
Right.
So tests are not always going to give you the whole picture. If something doesn't make you feel good when you eat it, just don't eat it, even if it doesn't say you're intolerant. Why repeat eating things that make you feel terrible?
Exactly.
And one of those things is like alcohol. You know, we drink and overdrink, and then the next day we say, oh, I drank too many drinks and I have a headache and now I can't work out and now I'm going to really eat like crap all day.
Right.
So we have to find balance with these things. But one of the things that I find is that eating all those carbs just really don't feel good in your body.
Absolutely.
It just,
Yeah,
you can
and they
feel
make
what
you
it
tired.
does.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can feel. You can.
But we're not saying don't eat carbs. It's the type of carbs.
Right.
And people don't realize that the fiber we're talking about actually is a carb.
Right. Exactly.
It's a fibrous carb.
Yes.
And it's not oatmeal.
Right.
And it's not cereal and all
It's
these
not
other things.
bread,
Because I
right.
actually learned estrogen can be stimulated by oatmeal. So grains are now being proven to affect your DNA in a negative way.
And cause inflammation.
And cause inflammation.
We used to think brown rice was great. I mean, the truth is I still eat brown rice, but there's a lot of studies that prove that even that can cause some inflammation in your body.
Which leads to our dirty little secret.
Yes.
We both suffer from inflammation.
Yes, we do. We do. We have that in common.
And it's
as
not
well.
because we're bad trainers or we overtrained, or
Right.
it's not just that. We've been single moms. We've had a lot of stress. Now I haven't been in a while, but are you still single? Yes.
I'm engaged, but I'm single.
Yay! I didn't know that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
just learned another great fun fact. This is fun. We're going to keep doing this.
Yes, yes.
So inflammation in the body for you think stemmed from stress?
Absolutely. I think it was all from stress.
And so working out on top of having inflammation in your body and high stress levels is because... working out, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Working out and having high inflammation is not good because
it creates more inflammation. So the working out is good to a point. It's like people think that, a lot of people that we know think more is better. So they'll go take a million classes or really go kill themselves at the gym every day, work out for 2 hours, and that creates more inflammation. Less is better. Exercise is great for us if we do it at a regular pace. It decreases the chances of us getting sick. It's great for our immune system. But when you do too much, it does the opposite. It has a negative effect.
Right, and it also will make you fatigued and not be able to concentrate as much. And it's interesting because it's all relative to you and what works for your body, but you know when you're over-exercising, when you're wasting muscle, you're feeling super tired all the time, you're even moody.
Yes.
There are signs and symptoms of overtraining. And if you don't have the nutrition in your body to support it, it's ineffective. You're not going to get the results you're looking for. And no matter how many times I tell people this, it's an addiction. Sometimes
Yes.
working out can become an addiction.
For sure.
So can food.
Yes.
And your habits, alcohol, those other things. So there is a difference when you're working with somebody, can't you see it in somebody's healthy outlook on all these things? And when somebody's just got such a strong attachment to something,
Absolutely.
they really aren't going to listen.
Right.
So no matter how good we are at our
Right.
job, and that's why we know there's really no competition, because
None.
we have a lot of crossover clients.
Right.
The thing is, like my clients, I've had clients that have worked with me and Andi, and they kind of ping pong back and forth, or they watch her stuff, watch my stuff, and that's why we said, let's collaborate.
Right.
You know, you guys have to take matters into your own hands, and it's good to know the information. However, it's just getting in a pattern and in a routine, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the first step is create a pattern that you're going to do. Whatever it is, just make sure you're repeating it and try not to miss meals.
Right.
So I think if I were to say, I have a couple of tips. You know, eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. That way you're not going into starvation mode and building fat. Drink water. We're both on that page, right? Drink
Absolutely.
At least how much a day would you say?
Half of your body weight in ounces of water every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people don't know that. They actually over drink water. And when you get older, and I don't even know if you know this, do you know? And I learned this recently in the last 5 years, because I had grandparents and they're a lot older, and I learned it from their doctors. Do you know that by over drinking water at our age, that we lose vital minerals and electrolytes?
I did not know that.
So it's really important not to
drink.
Over drink. It's not like in the olden days where we were supposed to drink a whole gallon and drink 1.5 gallons, 2 gallons, even for bodybuilding. What that will do is strip you of your vital minerals. And that's why sometimes you'll go into mineral imbalances.
Oh, that's interesting.
And why CalMag is more important. Actually getting some Himalayan salt and iodine.
Himalayan salt. Yeah, I knew about all that because that really regulates everything.
Right.
And I'm big on Himalayan pink sea salt.
So our bodies change when we hit midlife, and we have to treat it differently. The amount of water, the amount of exercise, and you do have to go by how you feel to a certain extent. But let's say, Andi, I feel terrible every single day. I'm just tired, and I work. I'm like my husband, who goes downtown. He works at the White House in the executive office of the president, not for the president, but he's a technology officer, and he's been there 15 years, taking the metro down. He comes home, and I'm like, honey, you got to go to the gym. He's not up for it.
Right, right.
So that's, you know, a thing I think a lot of people struggle with. If you feel like you don't have time, and then once you have time, you don't have energy. This is how it's kind of gone with writing my book, to be honest.
Right.
I do so many different things that when it comes to sit down and write my book, I have to be like in that perfect mindset, and I'm learning no, I can't go on that.
Right.
I need to just carve time and commit to that time, and then there's non-negotiable. And even if you do 5 minutes, now we're not saying inflame your body, right? But do something towards the goal. Maybe just do it a little differently. Even if it's yoga. Yoga can be very anti-inflammatory or very inflammatory. So there's something I do want to say, that if you're taking hot yoga classes, guys, and that's your method, that can be just as bad as hardcore weight training and plyometrics as far as inflammation, right?
Yes, for sure.
Because now we're already hot. The body's overheated. There's way too much heat in the body. Your body is in a place of inflammation, and now you're doing a hot class.
Right.
And you're also, let's say you're going through menopause.
Right.
That's just too much.
Too
if
much.
anything, you need to cool
so much
things down.
stress on your body.
So what's the antidote? What do you recommend?
So the antidote to do something like that, you mean? Or
let's say that you're an inflamed person. What kind of approach would you go towards? You know, what kind of exercise would you recommend?
I would recommend, I think walking is the world's best exercise.
It really
is. I think as we're 50 and over, that is really the best thing you can do. And I'm a really big believer in walking those 10,000 steps a day. That's amazing. That's huge.
Yes,
So-
I've gotten more into that. And I do find that I drop a pound or two when I'm consistent with that, even when I'm not in the gym working hard and training all day long. You know, I used to do that. I used to be that girl that was in there 3 hours a day. I can't do it anymore.
Me either, and I don't do it anymore. So I think it is. It's about walking. It's just about movement. It's about exercise. It's not about beating yourself up. I think we thought for so long, like, gotta work out. We're gonna beat ourselves up.
Well, we have a fear of fat.
Yes, we do.
I have a fear of fat.
I know.
You know?
Well, me too.
And I find
most
I'm
women
not
do.
getting fat though. My body fat is in a decent place. Yours looks like it is, and we're not doing that. So that's the lesson.
Right. Right, exactly. Less is more, I think, for a lot of it. And if you're feeling really exhausted and you're feeling really stressed and you're feeling, just go walk.
Or
Just go
take
walk.
a deep meditation. You know, lay down. I call deep meditation my power nap, okay?
Yeah.
I actually take a nap, or I breathe in and out, relax, get into the relaxation mode, and then I find that I'm recharged my batteries. The recovery time is so important. I think people don't take time to recover sometimes, and that's another thing. But that's not everyone. There are just some people out there that maybe they're not doing enough. So this is when we have to count calories, and that's something Andi really stresses. I'm stressing it now, the importance of knowing those calories as well. Of course, if you have inflammation going on in your body, you want to respect that, but you also want to get that protein and fiber in your body, because that will help you burn extra calories through digestion alone. That's called the thermic effect.
Yes, yes. So try to have protein with every meal. It's huge. Absolutely.
So it doesn't look like we have a lot of people on right now, Andi. I think we've hit some of the key points today. Hopefully some people will watch this later on, because we want you to get value and be inspired by the things we're learning about our bodies. Also, our experience with thousands of clients and helping them reach their goals has taught us a lot.
Yes, for sure.
Yes, and we're going to continue to co-collaborate, work together.
Love it.
And if you guys like the video, make sure you let us know. I'm Michelle Johnson, michellefitness.com or quickfitrx.com. Email me, michelle@michellefitness.com. And
Andi K, andikcoach.com. You can email me at Andi, A-N-D-I, at andikcoach.com.
all right, awesome. This has been fun.
I know, it's been
Andi.
awesome. I love
Yeah, I
it.
love
So
it.
much fun.
All right, guys, signing out.
We'll see you in the
Thanks for
next
watching,
time.
those of you that popped on today. Bye-bye. Let me see if I can do it right there. Yep, end.